You can see behind me, even though it's a little bit messy, the kitchen's almost done. And I know I didn't do a lot of explaining on the details of how to assemble a kitchen, because like I've mentioned a couple of times now already, I've done a series on assembling an IKEA kitchen already. And again, I'll leave a link to that right here if you want to watch it. So I didn't want to just rehash the same thing I've already done once, but I did have one viewer mention from the previous series that I didn't show how to adjust the doors. I was about to attach all the handles and drawer pulls to these cabinets, but you really do want to make sure all your doors and drawer fronts are adjusted before you do that. So that's what we'll do today. Inevitably, you'll always have a few of these are going to need some adjusting. Things like this. These cabinets are dark, so it's kind of hard to see. This door is a little proud of the one next to it, so I'll need to adjust that so they'll fit flush together like that. Same thing's happening here. This one's sitting a little proud of this one, so I'll have to do the same thing there. This one's actually a little bit higher than this one too. And on a couple of the drawer fronts, I hate these are so dark because you can't really tell much in the video. This drawer is too far to the right past this door. So you want these to line up where it's a straight line all the way down. I'll either have to adjust one or the other, either the door or the drawer front, to make those line up. And here's how you do that. Adjusting these doors is fairly simple and you're not gonna need a lot of tools. Really all you're gonna need is a screwdriver and, in my case, a knee pad, because I have some old decrepit knees that can't really take kneeling down on this hard floor. On the hinges you have a few different adjustment points and they each do something different. On these, I like to start with this back screw here, and I adjust it so that it forces the hinge out, which will in effect push this side of the door out, and the side that's proud, it'll let it rest back in, if that makes sense. You can see here, we're pretty good as far as the gap between the doors. But as it goes down here, it gets wider. So I need to adjust the bottom to pull it in so it's even with the top. And to adjust that, it's really similar to how we adjusted it to make the door go in and out. To change the rack of the door, it's just a different screw. To adjust the in and out, we adjusted this screw. And to adjust the gap between the doors, we're going to adjust this screw. Whereas this screw pulled the hinge back and forth this way. Adjusting this screw will adjust the hinge this way. But since the top of the door was pretty good, the gap was okay, we're only gonna adjust this one on the bottom, and we're gonna push it to where the hinge goes out, which will pull the cord dose, which will adjust the door closer at the bottom. Right. So that fixed that. As you can see here, these are way better lined up now. From the top down, it's pretty even. But I still have one more adjustment on this door. If you can see here, this door is slightly higher than this door. This one is pretty well lined up with the drawer next to it. We check this door, and you can see it is lower than the one next to it. So the last adjustment I'm gonna make on this is I'm gonna raise this door up. And you might be asking, how do you do that? You guessed it, there's another screw. This one's not as obvious as the other two. This is the first one we did that adjusted the door front to back. This is the one we just did that adjusted the door forward. In this little hole, there is another adjustment screw. And to the more acute observers who noticed I was using a flathead screwdriver and saying, hey Jason, these are all Phillips head screws, why are you doing that? It's because it's cold outside and all my other screwdrivers are outside. So now our cabinet doors are even here. The gap is even from top to bottom, and we level them out height-wise. IKEA also makes it where you can adjust the drawer fronts, not just the doors. All your adjustments for your drawer fronts will be behind these little tabs on both sides. You just pop these off and it'll let you access the adjustment screws. This particular drawer is high on one side. The right side is about the gap what we want, but on the left side you can tell it's way higher than the door below it. That adjustment screw will be the smallest one towards the back. This one here. That seemed to get it a lot closer. You can see the gap's a lot more even now. This particular one's also a little bit pitched back this way. If you can see, I rub this across so you can kind of tell, but like it's hitting the bottom of this drawer because the drawer is tilted a little bit like that. You can see on this one, it slides over it. But here, the bottom needs to go in a little bit. And that part you adjust a little bit differently. You'll use these top rails to adjust that in and out. So you can see they make it pretty simple to adjust these. Just takes a little bit of time to figure out exactly which way you need to move them to get the best look out of it. Sometimes adjusting one, then it'll make the other one look a little bit crooked. So you just got to play with this a little bit till you get them all looking exactly the way you want to. But I'm not gonna make you sit here and watch me adjust all these cabinets because it's pretty much the same thing for the rest of them. So I'm gonna finish knocking this out. Until next time, thank you guys so much for watching. Please continue to like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate it so much, and see you next time. Why are you still watching? That's it. I'm not doing anything else. Seriously, that's it. Really, that's it. There's no aliens in a cave this one, so watch another video. Yeah.